All right, welcome back today to the channel. Today we're going to be getting back to the truck again. Today I got to put some new tires on the F250 because the old ones aren't the greatest and they won't pass inspection because they're very unevenly worn. And they're down to the wear bars. But I got some new tires over at my parents' house, and I'm going to also try out it's an attachment on top with a duckbill. That way you can kind of like walk it around. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. So yeah, let's just get right to it. I'm gonna drive over there and then we'll get started. And before I do that, I just want to show you, this is my best tire. It's actually not bad. It's the only like real good one that's not terribly worn. It's cupped real bad, but anyways, these are crosswind all-terrains. And then the back ones, they're definitely down. That is a wear bar there, so that's pretty much cooked. I know it won't, I know my guy won't pass it basically, so I'm not gonna even chance it. Yeah, these are done right in the middle, same thing. And then the front one on this one's okay, but it's so bad. It's worn real bad here, and it's okay there. So yeah. All right, anyways, we'll hop in, we'll get going. All right, I have arrived. So I'll show you what I got here. Got a used set, older set, some Cooper Discoverer STT, not the pros, just STTs. And these ones are all pretty evenly worn. So got those. Getting ready to do the manual tire changer thing. This is the thing I was talking about before. It's got the duckbill on it. So I'm going to try that. I know my dad got these little guards, help protect the aluminum wheels and stuff. Could have used those the first time. I had these were on wheels and we made it work the first time, but there's some stuff, we're missing these things here. But I'll say for sure, the wheels on my truck, on this truck right now, aren't even the greatest. So to be honest with you, I don't really care if we nick them or do anything crazy like that. So, yep. We'll be trying a couple things here. So I got this Milwaukee cordless. I don't get to use these that much. So this, got that. Also, using my dad's Badland off-road jack, the 3-ton. I've used this once already. It's pretty sweet. Rolls across this gravel beautifully. It has no problem pumping this thing up. That should be good. Okay, that should do it. Pump those all up. There we go. Okay, that's the first wheel. Okay, first step, pull the valve stem. These little tools here are pretty cool. I used to have some of the valve stem remover tools with, what was that? That goop that used to pour in. I saved those from whenever I was riding quads and stuff. All right, first thing, I always spray a little soap on here. Well, soapy water. That way this thing can slide down into the, right along the rim there. Makes it a little easier to bust the bead. Sometimes for the wheels, they sell all kinds of adapters, cones and stuff. We don't have that yet. So I got these plastic like pieces to help. That should be good. So traditionally, you would either take a tire iron like this, or that big bar I had the first time, it's got one of those ends on it. This. Normally, you shove that down in here and pry it up over. So, I'm not going to do it that way. I have another video you can watch how I do it like that. We're going to use this Duckbill adapter now. And bear with me because this is a learning experience, so you get to see how it goes. So we got these two adjustments here. Then you want to get it nice and close. Use this lead edge here. Snug that up. So we got that. It does go around. This tire goop from K-Tool. It's tire lube. Let's see how that goes. I'm just going to smooth it around here real quick. I saw is you take this, shove it down in there, and then you want to fold it up over this the actual duckbill part of it, and get the bead sitting on this. Now the first time I did this with those other tires, it did not want to sit up here, and it's mostly because the sidewalls on those, you know, off-road tires, we'll call it, it's a lot stiffer, so that sidewall didn't want to move around. It actually required two of these to sit up here. So I see we got these. I'll have to put a link in the description for these little, I don't know what you want to call it, the rim protectors. Because when you initially do this, that bar wants to jump off here. So if you had a nice wheel, you could end up chipping it. Nobody wants to do that. So let's give it a go now. Yep. There we go. Not too bad. That definitely went better. These sidewalls being flexible helps. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to get this down in further. It's going to be on this, you know, bottom bead. And same thing, I'm going to lift the tire up and pry it up and over the duckbill part. And just do the same exact thing. Yeah, this is a lot easier with these tires. They're definitely more flexible. So we got that started. Okay, I think we got it. You definitely, I can see right now, I want to leave this tire in there for sure to help keep the bead up as I work this around. But it should come. Once you get it so far, it stays up. Now we got it. We can pull this up. At the moment, you can see how squishy these sidewalls are. So, that's that. Now the real test is I gotta put this on, and these sidewalls are stiff because both tires are 10-ply tires. But I don't know what ply the sidewalls are, but I know these, I think these are like 3-ply on the sides. And if you had like super swampers or something, like I used to run, I think they're even higher, like 4 or something. So, got this. And the only thing I could say too is, I haven't ran into the problem for a little while, but like, these wheels, sometimes you got a little bit of, I guess, part of the tire and stuff. It's worth going through and kind of cleaning up the bead just to make sure you have a good seal. So, checking this one. I'm going to go back through. I'm going to kind of give it a little once over and take that one wheel weight off, and then I'll be back. That wheel weight off. I went around with this wire brush and just really got knock off any of that black that was built up there, right where the bead sits. Actually had some buildup up here, so I don't know why that was. You know how they mounted it, who knows. like I said, it's a pretty good idea to clean those up. I couldn't find the one for the drill, so I just grabbed the hand brush. You could do it, you know, just showing you can do it. Basic tools. You can usually get it. There we go. That's one end of it. So I'll bring it back around. We got one of these guys. This one here. Okay, here's what I know. It's good to have something here. Tire iron, bare minimum, I would say. And I was just kind of pushing this around as I pushed it. So looks like this bead can sit on the front nub there, and then the rest of it's going to be set by the actual duckbill, because as you push it around, it forces it under the tire. Feels like it's going, but I know when you do these, sometimes you want to check to see how the bottom is. See, that's a problem because it's really stretching. Usually you want that bottom bead up into the rim. It allows you to stretch it a little bit more. But it's going, I could feel it, it's going. There it is. So, that wasn't too bad. I'd say it's easier to install a tire than it is to take it off, for sure. So let me get it aired up, and we'll keep moving along. All right, so I got that off there, got it filled up with air. Then think about this part, the bubble balancer. The center bore is too big to sit on that cone. So I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do. I kind of centered it up the best I could. And it's kind of hard to see the bubble. It's not terrible, so I don't know. I might just leave it go till I get around to, you know, taking it somewhere and have them balance it. But that's what I got so far. So just ignore that for now. Okay. We got this one back on the truck. Looks pretty good. I'm gonna get going on the rest of them, and then I'll bring these back once I'm all done. All right, we're back home. Got the wheels, tires all squared away. Got my center caps, whatever you want to call them. Those are all on now. Yep, looks good. And these will do a good job of lasting me till next year sometime, maybe, when I want to think about it again. All right, so that's going to do it for this one. Got those all squared away. Pretty happy with it. Drove it around the block, actually took it down the road a little bit. It rides pretty good. I'm not really worried about balancing them any more than that right now. But, you know, I'll play it by ear in the future. But otherwise, that's going to do it for this video. And hit the notification button and the subscribe button as well if you haven't already, because there'll be plenty more coming up on this truck and the F-150, which is somewhere back there. But again, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.